Till Lindemann, a name that echoes through the world of industrial metal like a thunderclap. But behind the deep voice, explosive performances, and controversial lyrics lies the story of a man who's much more than just the frontman of Rammstein. This is the full story of Till Lindemann, from his quiet childhood in East Germany to becoming one of the most electrifying performers in modern music history. Stay tuned, because this story might surprise you. Short pause, subtle music builds. Till Lindemann was born on January 4, 1963, in Leipzig, East Germany, then part of the German Democratic Republic. His childhood was shaped by the rigid and oppressive atmosphere of the Cold War era. His father, Werner Lindemann, was a respected children's poet, and his mother, Brigitte Lindemann, was a journalist and writer. Creativity ran in the family, but discipline ran even deeper. Till grew up in Wendisch-Rambo, near Schwerin, a small town surrounded by forests and lakes. His early years were marked by solitude and a deep inner world, fueled by nature, books, and music. He wasn't a rebellious kid, not yet, but he was intense, observant, and always slightly apart from others. He would later say that his childhood was both beautiful and painful, a contrast that would define much of his work as an artist. Before music, Till had another passion: swimming. In the 1970s, he was a top-tier competitive swimmer. He even represented East Germany in the European Junior Swimming Championships in Florence in 1978. He was on track to qualify for the 1980 Olympics, but fate had other plans. Due to a serious abdominal injury and his rebellious attitude toward the strict East German sports system, his swimming career came to a sudden end. It was a crushing blow, but it was also a turning point. Without swimming, Till felt lost. He worked odd jobs, as a carpenter, a basket weaver, and even a technician. But nothing truly fit, until music came crashing into his life like a hammer on steel. In the early 1990s, after the fall of the Berlin Wall, Till joined forces with musicians Richard Kruspe, Christoph Schneider, Paul Landers, Oliver Reidel, and Christian Flake Lorenz. Together, they formed a band with a unique sound: heavy, industrial, theatrical. They called themselves Rammstein, named after the Rammstein airshow disaster of 1988. From the beginning, they were unlike anything the world had seen. Till Lindemann became the voice and face of Rammstein. His deep, guttural vocals and haunting German lyrics became the band's signature. But it wasn't just his voice. It was his presence. On stage, Till was fire, fury, and shock, quite literally. He's known for performing with flamethrowers, pyrotechnics, and daring theatrical elements that push the limits of live shows. Behind that explosive energy, though, was a poet. Someone who carefully crafted each line, playing with themes of love, death, obsession, and desire. Rammstein's success was undeniable. Their albums, Herzeleid, Sehnsucht, Mutter, Reise, Reise, and Liebe ist für alle da, became milestones in metal history. Songs like Du hast, Sonne, and Mein Teil made them global icons. But Till Lindemann's journey was never without controversy. His lyrics were often dark, erotic, and provocative. He was accused of glorifying violence, disturbing sexual imagery, and political ambiguity. Yet, Till never flinched. He insisted that his work was art, raw, uncomfortable, and honest. In his own words, "We show things that are hidden in society." In 2015, he released his first solo project simply titled Lindemann with Swedish producer Peter Tägtgren. The album, Skills in Pills, was in English and took his art in a completely new direction. Still theatrical, but more absurd, more grotesque, more free. And it worked. Fans loved it. Critics were intrigued. Till Lindemann had proven that he was more than Rammstein. Outside the spotlight, Till Lindemann is a published poet. His books, like Messer, 2002, and In Stillen Nächten, 2013, reveal a different side, intimate, philosophical, even vulnerable. His poetry dives into the depths of human emotion, loneliness, rage, lust, grief. It's in these quiet verses that we meet the real Till, the man behind the fire, a father, an artist, a thinker. Yes, he has 2 daughters, Nayla and Marie-Louise. And yes, despite his dark image, those who know him say he is surprisingly warm and thoughtful. But privacy is sacred to Till. He rarely opens up in interviews. He prefers to let his art speak, whether it's through a lyric, a poem, or a flame on stage. In recent years, Till has faced legal scrutiny, especially regarding behavior at concerts and his interactions with fans. Some accusations surfaced in 2023 involving inappropriate conduct. Investigations were launched and later dropped due to lack of evidence. Still, the media storm was intense, but Till stayed true to his nature. Silent, calm, focused on his art. In 2023 and 2024, he continued touring and performing, drawing tens of thousands of fans to every show. He also released new solo work, including tracks in German that leaned more into poetry and less into provocation. Even now, at over 60 years old, Till Lindemann remains a creative force, unapologetically original. So what is Till Lindemann's legacy? He is more than just a frontman. He is a master of shock and a master of language. A man who built his career in a world that constantly tried to silence him. From an East German swimmer, to a global rock icon, to a poet whose verses burn just as hot as his flames, Till Lindemann represents a rare kind of artist, one who refuses to be censored, who embraces both darkness and light, who turns pain into power and silence into sound. His story isn't over. It's still being written, in smoke, in sparks, in song. Closing music swells. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Till Lindemann, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Which artist should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, end screen with channel logo and subscribe button.